Hello, this is RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Mobile Weekly / Mobile Q&A, where we go over all the latest news that happened during the week of mobile and answer your questions live. If you have any questions you want to ask right now, just ask them in the comment section down below, and I will answer them before the end of the show. Now, I did state this on Friday's video, but just so you guys know, I am going out of town for a quick road trip, basically, Monday and Tuesday, so we will not be having the daily tech deals for those 2 days as videos. However, I do plan on updating it basically on Monday and definitely on Tuesday, because I'll already be back in the area by Tuesday. So check out the website if you do want the latest tech deals to get, but we will not be having videos, and then Wednesday we'll start back with the videos. All right, now let's get to the latest tech news. All right, guys, and today's first article is a really interesting one because it really is like, what is going to happen here? So we just got word that it is still going, it's still on track to happen, that we're going to get a tri-fold smartphone from Samsung this year, which I just find so hard to believe because we haven't heard anything about it, nothing even like leaks really about it outside of the patents that were done in it last year. And you know, with everyone having so many setbacks, I mean, it is supposedly really bad that that we're not going to be, like, we're going to have a smartphone shortage in the next month, the way it's looking. That's how much of a shortage there is on processor components right now. So much so that Samsung basically is like rushing to get their factory done in Texas to make new processors here. And even Intel is getting back into it, which they had left the ARM-based processor system basically because they couldn't do it. They weren't good at making ARM processors. So much so that they sold their 5G modem designs to Apple, and they were leaving that industry behind. And now they're coming back at it because, you know, they're not idiots. They see that they are going to go for a really bad way if everyone switches to ARM and they're not even involved. So this is really something that, you know, is surprising that this is still moving forward. Now, granted, this could definitely be like a very, you know, light amount. That there might not be that many, obviously, of these sold. I mean, if this goes, the crazy part to me is, how much will this cost? Like, how much will a tri-fold phone cost if the bifold, the regular Galaxy Z Fold, is $2,000 still? I mean, unless we get a price reduction for the Fold, I don't understand how much this is going to be. Like, there gets a point where you're even going to lose influencers from being able to buy it. I mean, if you're going to 2,000, what, 300, 2,500, it's just how many people are actually going to have that phone. Not to mention, I don't know about you, but, you know, in LA, there are certain areas I wouldn't want to take that phone to, and these are areas I go to, and I love it there. But I'm no fool. I know the rules of the areas, so it's just like, man, it's something that, like, if you have something that expensive, it's sometimes crazy to think like it could be a daily usage thing and not something like that's more like taken care of or coddled, right? I mean, you don't see like people doing mini action shots on the go kind of style with a Red camera. They'll take their Sonys for that. So it's always kind of like, man, I don't know. Quiet Storm, that's an excellent point. $1,000 per fold. So you got 2 screens here, that's gonna be 2,000. You got 3 screens here, 3,000. God, so I'll have to wait and see. But I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? I really want you guys to guess, and we'll go back to this, you know, if this happens. What do you think the price would be for a tri-fold smartphone from Samsung? Let me know in the comment section down below. What do you think it would be? I would. My guess is 2,300. It could be 2,500, but I'm hoping Samsung won't be too greedy. We'll have to wait and see. All right. Now, this article is very, very interesting to me because I am a big fan of doing things like this. Qualcomm, which is really weird, Qualcomm themselves, not a company with Qualcomm, although I'm sure it could be possible, is working on a Nintendo Switch style. So, this kind of gaming style, which there is out there, that works on an Android 12 system. Now, the funny thing is there are a lot of ones like this that run Windows and run probably, not the best processors, not the best everything for it. But it is kind of interesting if you would have one legit like this that runs the top Qualcomm processor. And, it's another avenue for Qualcomm to get to, basically. Like, they're in VR headsets right now, right? A lot of VR headsets run Qualcomm processors, especially the standalone versions, which the most popular one out there right now is the Quest 2. That has a Qualcomm processor in it. If I'm not mistaken, I'm almost positive. I know the Quest 1 did. So the thing about that is that this makes sense to me. Like, especially because Android has always been the home of emulators. Like, you can play Dreamcast games on Android. You can play Super Nintendo. You can play PlayStation 1, PSP. They are still working, I believe, on PS2 right now. I think there is one that actually works okay. I remember when I first got my tablet, I haven't gotten a chance to do this yet, but I downloaded every single modern emulator to test out and see how it works. So I will be testing them out and seeing, like, what you can bring to Android. And I just hit my 49-inch monitor. But basically that's a really thing that it's just like, I think it's smart because of, and again, with how competitive certain mobile games are getting, Call of Duty, all those ones, and most of them Fortnite, you have all these ones and they can take controller input. With how fast these phones are getting, I mean, I have the Red Magic phone that I'm probably going to be end up getting, that Red Magic 6. That one has a 165 hertz display. It's 1080p, so yeah, it's not. But I mean, for the size of the screen on the phone, perfectly fine. You talk about a 7-inch one like it coming to Android, it's probably going to be a better screen and a better resolution than the Switch. So it really is interesting to me how this would run, how this would play. I'm very interested in this. There's lots of good, gaming controllers. My personal favorite is actually this one. This is the Razer. What is it? The Raiju Mobile. The Razer Raiju Mobile. I think this is the best way to game on Android. Personally, I still have to do a review for it, but I mean, this has been my complete total favorite for a while now, and I just love it because it's legit awesome controller. I love it. I like it a lot more than the current system of, like, clamps on. Like, Razer has one where you put the phone in the middle, it clamps on and all that kind of stuff. But the problem with that is that this I can work with my tablet as well. This I can put my phone on here if I need to. But, like, I like that ability. It's more versatile in that sense. But if it was just a gaming device, here's the question. Do you actually make it a phone, or is it a tablet? Because I think there is an argument to be made that if you make it a phone, you can just, you might not put it on an earpiece, right, and put it against your head, but you can totally use it with Bluetooth headphones, and most people use Bluetooth headphones. So I definitely see a way to do this. But let me know what you guys think. Would you be interested in a gaming device like this? Say if it runs $300, $400, the same price as like a Switch, but honestly, it would have way better graphics than a Switch. So very interested to hear your guys' thoughts with this. I mean, if you think about it, you can play all 3DS games on it too. So very interested to hear your guys' thoughts on this. But not only that, also interested to hear, would you want it to be a phone or a tablet? Which one do you think it should be? Let me know in the comments section. All right. Then we have some more bad news, guys. I told you guys this was a possibility, and it has only gotten better for Samsung, which could be bad for us. The Samsung S21 sales have tripled the S20 sales. Now, this is no, I would say, surprise, really. Samsung overpriced their phones last year by $200 for each phone. So they really had bad sales, besides the fact that it was 2020 and everything happened. So, like, it was not going to be a good year for sales no matter what last year. But there's still something, despite that, to be said that it's already tripled the sales of the S20. So this is really big because, again, one thing I warned you guys with was if this phone does too well, you are not, and I repeat, you are not going to be getting an SD card next year, probably. Because Samsung is going to be like, oh, well, you guys obviously don't care about micro SD cards because you bought the new phone anyway. And that kind of sucks. It really, like, it's something that I was just like, man, like, when I saw this, I was like, great job for Samsung. You know, they're easily going to be the number one smartphone manufacturer seller this year again. But at the same time, this means that most likely SD cards are, yeah, not going to be the best. We'll have to wait and see, of course, but that's what I think this points to. Speaking of new phones coming out this year, one of the ones, of course, is going to be the iPhone 13. And it was funny because when I saw this, I really had to look at the iPhone that we have here in the studio, and I was just like, wait, this is a smaller notch? And yeah, the iPhone notch is unbearable in my opinion. As an Android user, I don't know how you guys live with that big notch. Like, it is horrible. It is the worst notch. I don't know if Android's ever had that bad of a notch. Like, it is just really, really bad, you know? I more preferred the Ricky edition notch, which was the teardrop edition. That was the best kind of notch before we just got the punch holes everywhere. But this this notch is smaller, but it looks like an Android phone from 3 years ago. Like, it is just embarrassing how big this notch still is. And according to the rumors that this is coming from, this notch will only be out for 1 year on the flagship phone. So this notch might, you know, stick around past this year, and it might go on to like SE series. But basically, this notch is going to be gone after a year because they are finally going to go to fingerprint scanners again. But as of right now, the fingerprint scanner is still to not where they want it to be. So because of that, it's basically, I don't know. I really think it's interesting to see that Apple is so dated still. But again, I guarantee you, and you know this is going to happen, it's going to seem revolutionary when they finally go without a notch and everyone else has had a notchless phone for years, and Apple is going to be like, it took so much damn courage. So much damn courage. But yeah, so as of right now, it does not look like Touch ID was going to be in this version, but it will be coming in the next one. And the smaller notch is for sure at this point. All right, and in the last bit of news, we have talked about it a little bit. It should be coming out within the next 2 months, and that is the Galaxy Tab S7 Plus Lite edition. Now, we did hear that Samsung was going to switch to Lite in this version. Samsung has gone kind of back and forth, right? They had a Galaxy Tab S5e, and then they had a Galaxy Tab S6 Lite. So they kind of switched back between the E series and the Lite series. The idea behind the Lite series is it's going to be less money, but you're going to get the same screen size of the bigger devices. So the big thing about this one is that this Tab 7S, Tab S7 Lite is going to be a Plus variant and not the regular one, which basically means that you're going to be getting a 12-inch display, or 12.5, I think this is actually, inch display, without having to basically spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars. This is apparently going to be around the $500 marker, which is really impressive, right? To have it at that low of a price point is really impressive. Like, I think that that will be a big seller just for screen size alone. It's going to be an LCD instead of an OLED, so that's going to be the main deterrent, I would say, and have 4 gigs of RAM. That is really kind of dated in Android. But again, I think based on the screen size alone, I think it will sell. I'll tell you right now, my son plays with a Galaxy View. I don't know if you remember that, but those were the really huge tablets, 18-inch display, right? And as a parent, he has really gotten like so good with touching that. If you've seen the Twitter or Instagram posts I've shown where he just knows how to navigate to YouTube now on his own without anyone showing him anything. And if it gets stuck, if it buffers, he now knows to go back and go all the way back and then hit it again. And then he knows the app will refresh itself. My mom, I don't think, knows how to do that part. So, he's growing up with this technology, and it's something that I like him learning touch screens and how they work and how reactions work. And even the games that I've had him play on certain ones work his motor skills. It's really cool. But because of all that, I will say that it really is something that with this, I think this is something that I would get him now, basically. Like, so if the Tab, unfortunately, they don't make Views anymore. They made a View 2 in 2018. That was the last one. If I were to get him a new one, I would get him this one just because it's a really big screen and it's something that he could, use. I'd put a rubber case on it and a screen protector, but that's definitely something that would interest me as a parent, just to kind of get that mentality going of that. And I like that a lot better than them taking the tablet around, because if they can take a tablet around, it's going to be tossed around and forget about it. So yeah. All right, guys, now let's get to your questions. Again, if you have a question you want to ask, just ask it in the comment section down below, and I will answer it before the end of the show. All right. Just found out yesterday that my sister got a Tab S7 Plus. I like it. I don't think it's a huge improvement from my Tab S6. Yeah, no, I really think the Tab S7 Plus, the biggest improvement for me was, I do like the pen better. I'm not going to lie. Although the Tab S6 pen was great. But the biggest thing for me was the screen size. I love the screen size. Like, it's the perfect screen size for me, I think, for a tablet. So I'm a huge fan of it. I was a huge fan of the Tab Pro and Tab S series that went to a 12.2 inch before. So them going to this size of a screen, I just really, really enjoyed. Like, I loved having that big of a tablet. And this is something that this is perfected in terms of comparing to the old Tab S Pro series. So let's get this straight. No Note and a stupid fragile 3-fold phone. Way to keep users, I think is what you meant. Yeah, way to keep users, Samsung. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. Last one I had was the first Galaxy Tab. Wow, the very first Galaxy Tab. That's impressive. I remember that one. I was at Best Buy working as a tablet specialist back then, and I remember selling that one. Any phone can be a trifold if you try hard enough. Oh, man. I guess. iPhone 6 was a folding phone, for example. Can't argue with that. iPads have been folding tablets for the longest time. Just this week, I upgraded the Note 20 to the Note 20 Ultra 512 from the Note 10 Plus 5G. Is okay from AT&T, but needs improvement. So next year, I'm getting more trade-in for the Note 20 or Note 21. Amazon renewed for $850. Got it. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, look, it's really always a cool thing to always be able to trade in. Like, that's one of the reasons why I sometimes upgrade. Like, I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was a killer deal and it's funny because I did want to make a video on this, but I felt like it would get a strike, so I can't make a video on it. But if you actually look online, you could actually buy an edu email address. Like there are websites where you pay $10 or $5 or whatever, and they give you a education email, and then you can get all these amazing discounts. I did this for Adobe, and I did it for Samsung because Samsung gives these killer discounts for this. This one was half off with an EDU discount for 1 day only. It wasn't even a full day; it was like a couple hours. I think it was like 5 hours, half off. So you could have got it for $400. Insane, insane. So it really was a whole thing where I was just like, wow, these discounts are really cool. So definitely something. I think we have yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Quiet Storm. Um, but yeah, it's really something where like it's a crazy the discounts you can get. And so I did get this one, and I was thinking about for that price to upgrade my wife just because it would be a better trade-in value later. It was only like $100 if I traded in the tablet. So it was insane. So sometimes those discounts are really good just to up your trade-in value. Before OnePlus did contact me, so it looks like we are going to be getting the OnePlus 9 or OnePlus 9 Pro. I'm obviously not on the first set of review units, so I'll wait and see when I get it. Maybe at the end of this week, maybe next week. I'm obviously not getting it right away. But that being said, we're going to. I was going to trade in. I was going to buy the OnePlus 9, and I was going to trade in my OnePlus 7T because my OnePlus 7T, the trade-in value is very low, right? So I'd rather buy the OnePlus 9 and then have a trade-in value better for the year after or 2 years after. So that's one thing I always kind of try to strategize is trade-in value. And the best site I have found to trade in your devices if you're not trading in directly, I think I have told you guys about it. It's called itsworthmore.com, I believe it's called. But that website gave me like way more money for my Fold than anywhere else. So it's definitely ones to look out for. Like what value does your current trade-in have, and how much would it cost you to upgrade? Definitely something I'm looking at more now for sure. Whoa, a whole bunch of questions just loaded. Everybody drink. You can just get a table with Bluetooth game grip and pay less. Maybe you meant a tablet with the Bluetooth game grip, and yeah, you can. Hello, new Switch, who dis? Yeah, that would be the way. I think you have to kind of do that, right? And you have to think about it this way, right? For a device like an Android gaming device like that, how great would that be for streamers like you, Rudy? Right? Like if you have the front camera and it records you while you're doing it, it could have all of that built in to it, and it's just like you're literally playing and you're looking at the screen. So it kind of like don't have to focus on the camera because your camera is right above you. So you're just always like this regardless. So I think that's a really cool thing for streamers more than anything else, actually. Pixel 3 was a notch above the rest. There you go. Pixel 3 XL. I had it. It was the worst, but I love that phone. I do remember the Pixel 3 XL notch for sure. That was bad. I'm not gonna lie. That was really bad. That was longer, but still short, narrower compared to the iPhone one. But yeah, I remember. If you guys remember, I returned the Pixel 3 XL because I was just like, it's basically the same screen size if you take away the notch as the Pixel 3. How does Apple not yet make a fingerprint scanner? Because it takes courage not to make a fingerprint scanner. So much courage. Yeah, that's a bittersweet moment. Possibly no new phones with SD is very sad. Yeah, it is. If they increase the storage to 512, no one will care about the SD card. Well, they do. I mean, the S21 Ultra did come in 512, which is the one I bought. But I think that it should be moved up. Basically, they should no longer make a 128 gig for the Ultra. For the Ultra, it should only be 256 and 512. No more 128 for the Ultra. I think that's ridiculous. If you're paying that much money, it should just be that way. I mean, at least that's my opinion on it. Could you tell that's the best Dreamcast? Can you tell us what's the best Dreamcast emulator? Thank you. Great show. I think it was Recast. I think that's what it was called. I downloaded all of them on here, but I literally have not like used my tablet that much for a while. Let me check my game area. Oh, Redream. Redream was the best one, I think, actually. Yeah, I think that was the best one. And actually, there is someone working on a project PS3 right now. So they're even going to bring PS3 games to Android soon, which is pretty cool. Um, LOL, app Tech Baby Genius. SSD will be cheap, yeah. I can't understand these all these companies, Xiaomi, Vivo, OnePlus, etc., come out with the best camera phone, and yet still nothing. Can't touch the iPhone or Pixel. Um, well, it's because it takes more than a sensor, right? It's not only a sensor, but you have to also have a really good quality, not image processor, but you have to have the software that really takes in that data, process it correctly, and have the algorithm to do that. The reason why Google and Apple do it so well is because they already have programs to do that. So yeah, so that's I would say the main thing about it, but that's the main thing that really stands out to me. So yeah. Hey Luca, welcome to the mini membership partnership. Thank you so much for joining our membership. Really do appreciate that. I didn't know there was a pop up for that, so that's cool. Let's see. But yeah, Xiaomi has such a good one. I think what makes Xiaomi so good is having a RYB sensor. So instead of red, green, and blue, you have red, yellow, and blue, which is supposed to be better for low light. And so they have really shown good. But the problem is with Xiaomi is actually that I don't think many people pay attention to them since they've lost Android in terms of Google Apps. Hey, upgrade to the Plus membership. Nice. Thank you, Luca. And yeah, we'll have some behind the scenes stuff. I finally got my slider, so I'm going to show you how I'm doing all these cool new shots that are in the works. Let's see. I hope if they come out with the Note next year, it keeps the micro SD storage. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know if that will be able to, but I would love to see it. I would absolutely love to see that. We'll have to wait and see though. I like an 8-inch tablet so I could hold it one hand. Yeah, I mean, they're really. I just don't see them making 8-inch tablets anymore just because phones are so close to it now. I mean, most phones, if you really think about it, are about almost a 7-inch tablet size, or a 7-inch screen at least. You know, all of them are between 6.5 and 7 inches. So I just don't see them making that anymore. I hope if I hope. Oh yeah. Any suggestions for someone who wants a smaller screen? I love the Tab S7 Pro, but I use them to read, and the screen is actually bigger than my XPS 13. Well, it's not bigger, but I get it. It's big for sure. Um, yeah. So if you want a smaller screen and just a smaller screen and that's it, I would say the best one would be the Tab. I mean, you can still get the Tab S6. That's really good if you want a like awesome tablet. But if you're really just looking for a good quality screen and don't care what really like the fastest, the best, and all that kind of stuff, the Tab S5e is still really good. So let me just do a quick Amazon search for that one. And let me see how much that is right now. Ah, Tab S5e. So there's not a sale for a new one right now. They do have the renewed version, which is the renewed one from Amazon. Oh wait, no, that's too much. No, actually, that's sold out right now. Yeah, so it's a little bit more expensive than I would like to recommend, but unfortunately, the 64 gig is sold out, so only the 128 is available. And wait, why am I delivering in France? Hold on. Sorry, for some reason, um, for some reason, uh, my Amazon thought I was in France. Okay, it's just tripping out right now. Okay, wait. Now the prices went down. Now that I'm not in France. Sorry for the delay. But okay, yeah, this is a really good price. So for a renewed one right now in the U.S., so it is factory refurbished, is only 279, and you get the same screen quality that you would get in a. You would actually get a better screen quality on this than you would for a Tab S7. So really good. It's an OLED display, 1440p, really great for the display quality, and 10-inch instead of a 12-inch. Do you know if LG will be coming out with any smartphones this year? I think their boot loop is overheating issue will play a part. Well, no. If you haven't been keeping up, it really does look like that they're going to unfortunately sell their business or close it down. LG is not going to be in the business of smartphones anymore, is what it really looks like, unfortunately, just because they've been losing money for I forgot how many years it was. I think it's at least 4+ years. They've lost money every single year in smartphones, and it just doesn't make sense for them to be in smartphones anymore. So sucks. I was really liking where they were going, but yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't look like it. Um, I need to get rid of my ancient Kindle, but I love the specs on the Tab S7. Yeah, so I mean, look, e-readers are still really good for if you just want to read, but obviously they do stop at that. The good thing about OLED displays, that they make really good books if you do black background and white text. That it's easier for your on your eyes to read for a long period of time. I wish a manufacturer would bring back the 8-inch tablet with premium specs. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to happen anymore. That's very interesting from a stream standpoint. Android Switch, yeah, definitely. Do you think that the OnePlus 9 Pro is faster than the iPhone 12 Pro Max, being being that 120 hertz stock Android? Well, it's not stock Android. It looks like more like stock Android, but it's not. It's totally OnePlus's interface. But is it faster? By what do you mean, really? I mean, response times on Android have been faster now because of the higher refresh rate for a little while now. Not to mention, Android's had better graphics than Apple for years, and Apple still can't compete with them in graphics unless you go with metal-based programs, which is what they like to tout. Which people still don't make metal gaming. That's the software that's used for it. So yeah, no, I mean, in terms of response and speed, yes, but I don't think that's been different really for a while now. I think that's been the norm. How do I identify the iPads on Amazon are scams or not? You can look up the product number on an iPad. There you go. How do you buy from eBay? You mentioned on the Daily Tech Deals that there's a Note 10 that's a good deal on eBay. Do you have to bid against other buyers, or can you just buy it once and pay via credit card? So yes, um, I will not, for my Daily Tech Deals, ever do a bidding situation for eBay. So eBay is one of the places that I show deals for, but I will never do a bidding one, just because that's a waste of time, in my opinion, to for a good deal. No, they're always buy it now pricing, which means it's just like buying it from Amazon. You basically you buy it with your credit card, you buy it with PayPal, whatever you want to use, and you purchase it, and that's it. It's a one-time thing. It's just like buying it from Amazon, really, except it's from another store, like Best Buy, eBay, Newegg. All of these are just different stores, and you're buying it that way. Um, eBay does have the ability to do bidding pricing. I will never show that on any deal. So yeah, if I show it on my Daily Tech Deals, it's a not a bidding thing. Um, as a C9 owner, I get to sit back and watch buyers try to figure out um, new 2021 panels are an upgrade or a downgrade. Yeah, I think you're talking about. Is it the? Yeah, you're talking about. I thought I was like, I know the C9. I'm pretty sure that's LG. Yeah, look, I mean, LG OLEDs are still pretty much, especially for gaming, they are one of the best things out there. Period. It's almost impossible to beat them, and Sony keeps trying to on OLEDs. But as far as I can tell, I just saw one on Digital Trends. They did a comparison between LG OLED and the Sony OLED, some of the top ones, and I don't know. He kept going back and forth on them. I was like, LG clearly looks better to me. Is Apple chickening out on going mini LED with their large iPads instead of all OLED? It's been such a thing where Apple obviously, supposedly put out fake stories to throw people off on what they were actually doing. So I'll be curious to see what they do next month in April, because if we really do get something or not. Again, it could very well be. I know Apple always likes to show tough and immunity, but it could very well be they're feeling the stress as well from the processor shortage. It is a real thing, and they might want to have a certain amount before they make it so. So we'll have to wait and see. And yes, that was a Star Trek reference. Um, I use Xiaomi and it's really good. I'm willing to try Xiaomi again, but I will say that I did not like their interface. The last Xiaomi I tried was early 2020, and it was one of their cheaper ones. But I don't like iOS interface, and Xiaomi at that point, early 2020, looked like an older version of iOS, and I didn't like it. I just really didn't. But that was just me. I just got the Samsung portable SSD T7 500 gigs for $80. Seems like Samsung always has products on sale. Did you get the Did you get that deal from our Daily Tech Deals? Because we did talk about that one. Yeah, again, so many deals all the time for those things. So yeah. Are Samsung really not doing any Note phone this year, or is it a rumor? Because the best phone line, in my opinion, I agree with you. It's the best phone line. Unfortunately, yes, it is definitely true that that it really is not going to be out this year. That has been confirmed. They have said that they plan on having a Note phone next year, but this year they are not going to. So yeah, that is confirmed now. I'm in Brazil and I had an issue with con to my U.S. account. So oh, got it. Okay. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, RICKY. You're my favorite tech guy. Well, thank you very much. I hope I can always help out when you guys have questions about electronics. I have a Tab S6 with the Samsung keyboard. Is the Samsung Tab S7 much better besides bigger? Is the keyboard bigger too? Or is it worth waiting for the Tab S8 Plus? The Tab S8 is coming out this year, and this is because the Tab S7 did so well that Samsung wants to capitalize on that and release the Tab S8. From what we've heard, the Tab S8 is not going to be that much better. It's going to have this year's processor, and maybe some tweaks here and there, but it's not really going to be that much better. So I would wait for a really good deal on the Tab S7 if you really want a good one. And yes, the reason why it's so much better in terms of the keyboard is because it's bigger. This is really a full size keyboard. Because it is, oops, sorry, I hit the mic. Because it is a 12-inch display, it really is pretty much a full size keyboard. Your hands basically are perfect for it. So yeah, that's what makes this keyboard so good, is that it's really perfect for it because it's a full size keyboard. So yeah, it's if you want productivity and for a good keyboard, this one. Let me just put it this way: on this one, your hands are like this. On your current one, your hands are probably like this. And it's because they're scrunched in more. That's definitely what, at least my hands. If you have smaller hands, then it might be okay. But me, I have chubby little fingers, so it's definitely more of a thing where I love it being wider for sure. OnePlus 9 Pro is actually a Moot flagship in Android, way faster than the Pro Max 12. iPhone is not a game champion for sure, like they were back in the day, definitely. And they are all 60 hertz, yeah. Um, Everyone's translating. All right. Took a picture again of the full moon around an iPhone user, and they were at all. They were at all. All their pictures were white blowout spot of the moon. Yeah, it definitely is an impression maker. I'm having a video come out, I believe, tomorrow. By the way, if you do have an Ultra, on how to take perfect portrait shots. It does not come default out of the box, but I found a quick, easy video. By the way, do you like these quick, easy videos that I'm doing? Like I just did one on the S21 on how to get rid of pop-ups and notifications that you can get and stop bad apps from running in the background. It was like a 3-minute video. This one is going to be how to get the perfect portrait shot because you can do way better than how the portrait comes out of the box, like in this. So yeah, really cool for that factor. Um, T7 for 80, I need to get that. However, I have the T5, and that's all right for me. Yeah. T5 and T7 are pretty much the same. The only difference is the fingerprint. Yes, you are correct. The speed is the same on those two. The T3 or the T1, there was a one that was lower tier that was slower, but the T5 and T7 are just the fingerprint. Yeah, I already have a 500 gig T5 waiting for the 2 terabyte to go around 120 or so. That would be a Black Friday deal probably, or maybe Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime should be coming back in July, so that'll be cool to see. Um, Fills my heart with joy knowing that Apple phone are being shown up by Samsung. Since I have the Fold 2, should I peel the screen protector off once I get it? Is there a screen protector for sale that are worth it? I got the same case you had from Spigen, one with that rugged. Got it. Okay, so I did peel off the screen protector because it was coming off. So I wasn't originally planning on doing it, but definitely I was just like, oh yeah, it's coming off, so I might as well just peel it off. So I did it very slow. I was like very careful with it. Yeah, peel cautiously if you do peel it off. But it did feel so much better once I took it off. Um, I really did like putting a glass screen protector on there. However, I did end up taking my glass screen protector off. Um, and that was simply because of the fact that I had to, because of that Spigen case. You can't have a glass screen protector and a case on the front. It will basically crack it eventually. So yeah, because the screen had gotten cracked in the front, I ended up taking that screen protector off, and then I put the Spigen case, the front part of the case, on there. So yeah, I was pretty happy with it overall. And no, I wouldn't get any screen protector for the inside. But if you don't want to get a front case for it, then I would definitely get the glass screen protector. Do more cool videos that helps people. You can even take questions from subscribers. That's cool. Yeah, I never mind. Kind of like if I can't answer a question on here, figure out how to do it and then do it on a video. So that might be a cool way to always come up with some. Indeed, quick videos are great. Cool. I love quick videos. Cool. Do some PS5 videos. They are popular right now. Yeah. See, for me, it would be very tricky to like. I'm obviously, as of right now, I've thought about doing streaming. I've definitely thought about doing streaming. The whole problem with me is I don't have any games that are really coming out. If I do streaming, like a gaming kind of style for PS5, I wouldn't do that till maybe June, or like I would have to have like lined up games to start playing. Basically, like okay, I'm gonna have this game this month, this game next month, this game next month, to really do gaming ones. But yeah, it's just PS5 is. I have to have a whole setup because my PS5 is downstairs, and my whole recording setup is here. So I'd kind of have to bring it up here, and then I have to make sure my wife isn't using it and all that kind of stuff. It's not like you can get two PS5s right now, because buying another PS5 is very difficult to do. So yeah, it's tricky on how to do that. Like your short tip videos, also like your daily tech videos. Cool. Can't wait for the perfect portrait shot video. Oh yeah, trust me. And it also helps your video look better too. So I'm in PS5 tutorials. Gaming would be cool though. PS5 tutorials, I don't know how much you can really show, like tips and tricks on that. I would have to check. But yeah. All right, guys. Any more questions? Leave them in the comments section down below if you do. So yeah. What do you think will be the next great Marvel, or what do you think the next great Marvel movie will be? I mean, we have four coming out this year. We have Black Widow. We have the Legend of Shang-Chi, I want to say his name is. I can't believe he's getting the. I was gonna say the Mandalorian, the Mandarin as the villain. That's so interesting because he was a Iron Man villain. Um, so yes, you have that one. You have Spider Man, and I think there's another one. What Marvel movies 2021? Eternals is still coming out this year. So yeah, so the Eternals, I think the Eternals is going to be pretty epic. I really think the Eternals is going to be like the next Guardians of the Galaxy, where you get a whole new group that we fall in love with. So yeah, but you have four movies coming out this year from Marvel: Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and Eternals, and then Spider-Man: No Way Home. So yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot. Which ones are going to be the best? I don't know. I'm very excited for Eternals, but Spider-Man's my favorite character, always has been, and I'm very curious what they're going to do with him in this one, especially because Doctor Strange is supposedly going to be in it, and since Doctor Strange is coming out in 2022 with Wanda, I don't know what kind of craziness is going to go on there. It's going to be very interesting for sure. Cough, cough, 51st Date Questions. Yes, and the best app of this year that you can marvel at is 51st Date Questions. Of course, we always have to do my shameless plug for the game that I created, 51st Date Questions. Very simple, easy game. You can download right now on Android or iOS. Great, simple game, and great for a date night or great for a first date. Whether you want to just have some time with a significant other and just kill time while you're waiting for food or anything like that. Really fun game, definitely. You will learn about the other person and it will be lots of fun. 51st Date Questions, links in the description. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, I think, is coming out in 2023, if I'm not mistaken. I think 2022 is the next Thor movie. Yeah, so God, we're getting so many movies next year. Okay, so 2022 is Doctor Strange, Thor, which Guardians will be in. The Guardians of the Galaxy will be in Thor. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Captain Marvel 2, Black Panther 2, and from Sony, you're getting Morbius and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse 2. And then from DC, you're getting The Batman and Aquaman 2. So lots of movies coming out next year. But yeah, God, so that makes 5 official Marvel movies plus Morbius, which is in the same universe now. So yeah, so 2023 will be the next Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's because James Gunn is making. James Gunn is the director and creator of, or not creator, sorry, writer, the director and the writer for Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's doing the new Suicide Squad movie. So if you like Guardians of the Galaxy, you might want to check out the new Suicide Squad trailer. Really good in my opinion. I have a freaking kaiju. Have you played Miles Morales? Yeah, I 100% in Miles Morales. Definitely love that game. Let's see. Smash the like button if you enjoyed it, guys. Yes, definitely. I really appreciate that, guys. All right, guys. I think we're going to wrap things up again. So there will be a little quick video out tomorrow, probably towards noonish, around that time. So definitely make sure to click the notification bell so you get notified as soon as it comes out. But it will give you the perfect portrait shots, which, again, definitely so much better. But yeah, I think it'll really be really good for that. I wish I had more hair so I could have demoed it better. You'll see in the video I tried to demo it in different ways. But definitely it's something that the portrait modes out of the box do not do anything near what you can do with that phone. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, we'll keep doing more videos out this week for you guys, and we'll do as much as possible. Thank you guys always so much for watching. This has been RICKY, the YouTube Tech Guy. Thank you for watching our video. If you liked it, why don't you go ahead and subscribe up there. Make sure you follow us on social media right here. And of course, check out our latest video up there. And right down here, you're going to find the perfect video for you. Or at least that's what YouTube tells me.